Hello, everyone, and welcome back to P&J Financial Solutions. This is your girl, The Rain Young, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing somebody that is so dear to me for Girl Talk Tuesday. My sister, Tierra Herrington. Welcome.
Guys, thank you so much for having me here today.
You
It is a
look so
pleasure.
lovely.
Thank you, sis. It is a pleasure to be here with you and talking with you today. Um,
So
yeah,
today you're going to talk to us about your new ebook, right? Talk that ish out, right? That's the name of it.
plan that ish out. Yes,
Plan that ish out. Girl, I
yes.
almost accidentally cursed. You better stop. Okay. So what made you write? What made you write playing that ish out?
So it was. I wrote this book for individuals like myself
Mm-hmm.
who want to become more organized in their everyday life. They have a vision of what they want to accomplish,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't like put it pen to paper and like scheduled it out because you really have to plan for things. If you want something, you have to plan for it. And
Yes.
you can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to save $1,000 this year," and don't
Mm-hmm.
plan. How are you going to save it? Are you going to do this amount every week? Like, what are you going to do? What are the things that you're going to do behind it? So
Mm-hmm.
Plan That Ish Out is an interactive planner that I created for people like myself. It talks about meal prepping, budget planning, your everyday schedule, like how you're going to achieve your SMART goals,
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature. Just let's
And we
plan this
know that
ish out.
SMART goals are important.
Yes, 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 very.
I know a lot of people that could benefit from playing that ish out. A lot of them, especially in
And
that chapter, because they don't plan properly. Well, first, because we got ahead of ourselves, so tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I'm Tierra Harrington. I graduated from Kennesaw State University
Okay.
with international business and Clayton State with supply chain management. I currently work in the logistics field.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love my what I do for work, and I just wanted to create something to help others, and just especially for our people, we definitely need to get to that next level of financial literacy for our families and for
Definitely.
our future generations. Now, this book doesn't really go into it in detail or anything, but it's very heavy on like how we're going to save, how we're going to budget our funds, and how we're going to pay off debt.
Mm-hmm.
So, along with other things, but yeah, that was the main thing.
Now, speaking of which, financial literacy and paying off debt and things, that's it's funny you mentioned that because I forgot to mention that that was how we met about 4 years ago, learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market. I forgot all about that. And it's funny because back then, when we were trying to tell everybody about it, y'all need to learn how to trade. You need to learn how to trade. The market's going to crash in about 3 or 4 years, and you're going to wish you knew how to do it. Oh, it's a scam. It's a scam. Nobody wanted to listen to us. And now it's funny because this morning I got an inbox message like, man, I wish I would have listened to you 2 years ago when you tried to tell me. My mom always said a hard head make a soft behind. But
Every
yeah, so
time.
yeah, so like mine. So who would benefit most from buying the ebook?
Oh, anybody who has goals that they want to achieve for the year or any year, because it's not really dated. So it's just whenever you're ready to start, you can start.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever goals that you're trying to accomplish, you can, I have it written down on how we're going to achieve the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to write down how we're going to schedule time to achieve the goals. And then you also want to put your family on a schedule too. So your kids know, like, hey, after 8 p.m.,
Yes,
mommy has to do
ma'am.
her own thing and
Yes,
take care of her
ma'am.
own business. So in order for you to get things done, you're going to have to get your kids on a schedule as well. So
Mm-hmm.
scheduling is
Mm-hmm.
a big part of the planner as well. How are you going to schedule your time so that you can schedule to get some of the things done that you're needing to do
Mm-hmm.
with your goals, your budget, and things of that nature? So anybody who's needing that, they want that good push forward in 2021 and get everything back on track. I mean, 2020 was pretty rough. And if it didn't show us anything, it showed us that we have to be prepared. We have to be on top of things.
Right,
And
right.
now is the time to get on track and get to planning. Plan out your future. Don't let somebody else plan your future or dictate your future. You get in the driver's seat and drive.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe by my calendar. I cannot do chaos and unorganized stuff. My number one pet peeve in life, as you already know, is people being on time. I cannot stand when people are late. It drives me crazy and takes me to a whole nother level. But I just want to go back and speak to something that you just said. So a lot of times people always ask me, how is it that I get my kids to go to bed so early, and how do they always go to bed on time? Whether I tell them to go to bed or not, they fall asleep directly at bedtime or right before bedtime like clockwork, whether they have school or not. And it's because you need to set a routine. And my kids have always been like that. Kids thrive off of structure. Yeah,
you need the structure too.
yeah, definitely, definitely,
Like if you're
definitely.
wanting to do like side hustles, I kind of touch on that too, because if you're
Hmm.
trying to pay off debt, you probably want to look into some side hustles. If you're thinking about doing those kind of things, there's only so many hours in a day. And
Right.
your kids, your husband, or your significant other, or however your family is structured, they are extremely important in your life. And I'm not saying take away that time from them, because no, you need to give them that time, but you
Hmm.
just need to plan that time accordingly. And will you go out and maybe miss out on a couple of episodes of Housewives of Atlanta?
Girl.
Yeah, but will you get what you really need fulfilled and done and completed through life? Yes.
Hmm.
So those are
Yeah,
just
I'm
the
a
things
big
that,
advocate for time blocking.
yes.
I'm a big advocate for time blocking. I can say one of my shortcomings, though, that I am like really working on this year is finding balance, because I am a workaholic. Once my mind is locked into something, I'm just go, go, get them, go, go. And one of our other sisters, she always preaches to me all the time about automation, automation, automation. Right? You need to automate your business. You need to. Every time I hear the word automation, I think about her. And
I think I
so
know her name.
I'm sure you do. And I love her dearly. She's always in my head. Every day I wake up like, what can I automate today? So my whole goal for 2021 was automating absolutely everything I can automate. If I could automate brushing my teeth, baby, please believe I would do it. One less thing for me to do. Yes. So I am a big advocate for time blocking. What can readers expect to learn from this ebook?
Well, basically, when you're planning things out, I want you to stick things through. And I do the baby steps of how we're going to ease into being on a schedule. Because if you're not structured,
Hmm.
it might be hard for you to become structured.
Right.
So it's basically going to teach you that discipline that you're going to need, and how
Hmm.
to stick to your what you want for yourself.
Hmm.
So it's going to be your accountability partner if you're
Right.
utilizing it the correct way.
Hmm.
So that's what you'll be learning from it, is how to get shit done. Yes.
You know what? This is supposed to be a PG channel.
How you gonna get it done?
Well, I can't say, but to add to that, though, what I have learned through my journey of entrepreneurship, when you are goal driven and focused and you time block and you are trying to get to that end goal, you have to learn how to tell people no, and you have to force people to respect your time. And that's another reason why I can't do late. I cannot do late. You don't know what I have planned right after you. You know, um, and people just think, when you're self-employed or what have you, that you just sit home all day with your feet kicked up twiddling your thumbs, and they could just call and text all times of morning, noon, and night, and you're just supposed to answer the phone. And what you doing? What do you mean what I'm doing? I'm trying to.
Working.
trying to make this paper. What do you mean? It's different from when you clock in on a person's job. Long as you clock in, money is coming. But when you're self-employed, you don't work, you don't eat, you don't get out here and grind. The money is not coming. And I think a lot of people that don't have that entrepreneur mindset, they don't
Don't understand
understand
that.
that.
No.
Either they don't understand it or they don't respect it.
They probably just never experienced it. A lot of people think that, oh, if I become an entrepreneur, I'll be rich and I won't have to work anymore. No, you work 10 times harder than what you do at
Way
anybody's job.
harder. Way harder than working on somebody's job. And you put in so many more hours, especially in the beginning.
Right. Yeah. There's no such thing as
Hold on, we losing you. Your mic went
sorry.
out.
I was
Okay.
saying there's no such thing as a bad time or a guaranteed wake up time. It's you get up when you have to be up for your
Mhm.
customer. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Sorry, I'm having a technical difficulty. Yes, but definitely I agree with that. I struggle with that all the time. Like I was saying, my home work balance is so off, and I'm struggling so bad to get that in order, and I'll time block and I say, okay, I'm gonna be done by 6. I'm lying because I'm not done by 6. I keep going and going because my wheels are turning. So it's like I have to do it now. I have to do it now.
You'll probably
What
have
is
to
your favorite
get a
aspect? Oh,
you'll
I'm
probably
sorry. Go
have
ahead.
to you'll probably have to get a journal so that you can start jotting down tasks and then
I do
assigning
have one.
and start assigning some of those tasks for next day.
I'm horrible because see, I have this long list, and I might have a long list for today and tomorrow. But I just once I get started going and I'm in the zone, I just go, 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 go until I just cannot go anymore. But that's why, because I'm a firm believer that success loves speed.
That's
So,
true.
and that's how I accomplish so much and I do it so quickly because I just go, 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 go. But I also believe that's one of my shortcomings as well, is I try to be a Rome in a day.
Right. And you have to have rest. Rest is
Mm.
important in achieving anything. Rest is important.
That's definitely one of my shortcomings.
Rest in whatever way that is for you, whether you are taking a bath, relaxing, rest is important and you shouldn't shortcut it. Okay. You have to give it. You don't
Well,
want to
I
burn
do
yourself
watch
out.
YouTube tutorials. Does that count? I think that's my rest. Even though I'm taking notes, and I mean it relaxes me.
As long as you're recharged, you have to make sure you take time for that. Family and yourself, you have to take time for both in
Mhm.
order to get the things that you need done and well.
Mhm. Mhm. I
Health is
can agree
wealth.
with that. I can agree with that, and I'm definitely working on that myself. Because, like I said, I knew that's one of my shortcomings. So tell me though, what is your favorite aspect of the ebook?
So my favorite aspect, like I probably said earlier, was like the financial literacy
Mhm.
because it's very important that we get ourselves on a budget.
Mhm.
You can't pay off debt if you don't have a budget.
Mhm.
You can't invest your money if you don't have a budget. You shouldn't be splurging your money if you don't have a budget.
Mhm.
So just I think that those are some of the things that I really enjoy. Just I want to help people get better about their finances so that we're that next step from where our previous generation was. Our parents
Mhm.
did the best that they could do during the time, and it's time for us to get to that next level.
Mhm.
It's that time. And
Exactly.
it starts with
Exactly.
something as simple as creating and sticking to a budget. Who
I
knew?
agree. I agree.
If you've ever read the book like Millionaire Next Door,
Uh-huh.
the main thing that they talk about in that book is how they stick to their budget. If they have a $500 clothing spending limit for the year, that's it.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, and you have to just learn how to make those dollars stretch.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you're getting a side hustle or a part time job or even if you have a hobby that can make you money. Like I remember when I was in college, I love baking cakes, and I would bake cakes and charge $20 for a cake. So that was something that, you know, kept a little cash in my pocket while I was in school. So things like that could help you get to where you're that next level for you is what, you know, we definitely need to consider it so that we can get it together. And just because of the economy, when everybody, you know, previously because of coronavirus, I was put on a list of they were going to let me go because of coronavirus. You recall that during that time
Yeah, I
frame. And I was
remember.
like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I had just got the job, and they were talking about laying me off because they didn't have anything that they could do about it. Luckily, that wasn't the case, but that's pretty much what sparked the Plan That Ish Out budget and meal prepping. Because I mean, you everything, like, you need to plan how much you're going to spend on your groceries. You have to plan. You need to plan everything at this point,
Right.
so that you're able
Prepare
to.
for the unknown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
hmm
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So where can we purchase the ebook?
So I am on Instagram at theharringtonbrand.com. Oh, excuse me, .com. I'm on Instagram at the Harrington Brand. So that's TheHerringtonBrand, the Harrington Brand. And the link is under my bio.
Your bio.
I'll also give the link to Brain so that she
It's
can have
gonna
that
be linked
information.
below. It's gonna be linked below.
So that she'll have that information for you as well. Okay.
All right. Anything else you would like to tell us? So how else can they connect with you besides the Harrington brand on Instagram?
Tierra Herrington on Facebook.
Okay, all right. Well, we thank you for coming to Talk Girl Tuesday.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a great pleasure. I feel so honored to be one of the first speakers of the year, especially with
Yeah.
it's the time for us to get it, you know, plan that ish out.
Let's get to planning then. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you for the next Talk Girl Tuesday. Bye.